Welcome back, people of the internet. My name is DargonEvo, and we're coming to y'all with another video. So I just got some very exciting news that Hiya just revealed their exquisite basics heat ray version of their 1991 Godzilla from Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. He's going to be starting at $51, and he will be releasing Q1 of 2025, so probably like 2 months after the normal release. We'll check out this blurb of information, but first let us glaze over these photos. So right off the bat, I want to say, like, these fingernails are so well painted. Like, this two-tone looks magnificent. And then the mold on the beam itself looks very dynamic. We'll get a better look at that in a second. And we can actually get a better look at this Godzilla's face. He looks a little more like Heisei Godzilla right here. And right here we can get this amazing photo on a diorama set. I believe these are going to be translucent. I'm sure it says so in the description. But these fins absolutely look great. I'm glad they learned from their translucent MonsterVerse Godzilla. And it's ironic that S.H.Monsterarts just revealed their San Diego Comic-Con 1989 Godzilla, who sadly does not come with an atomic breath piece. We checked him out a little more in depth in that video right there. And we can get a nice clear shot from the back. Very much looking like Godzilla's Final Wars, I must say. But this sculpt looks beautiful. This is very exciting. We can get a nice look at his articulation and then how flexible his tail is going to be. You can get some nice upward looking poses out of him. This is yet another great shot. We can see where the color will be transitioning from his dorsals into the white. I love how this one dorsal actually has a mid-tone to it, so it doesn't just abruptly end into like some weird tail section. You can get another shot from an upward angle. This kind of makes his face look a little weird, but I think it's just because he's got some weird cheeks going on. It seems like the Heisei figures by Hiya are going to be a little more articulated than their MonsterVerse ones. I mean, as you can really tell, especially from the King Ghidorah, they have more creases throughout the entire body for all their different joints. And that may bother you. Well, I think they're hidden pretty tastefully. I mean, but for 51 bucks, you really can't complain, especially for this figure. This has to be better than almost anything that NECA has put out. And the closest thing that NECA made to this was their 1989 Godzilla from Godzilla vs. Biolate, who also did come with a beam effect. And then here we can get this lovely shot of this figure next to their King Ghidorah that will be releasing sometime early next year. I want to take a moment to appreciate that we can see this lovely mold on this beam effect. They really did a good job trying to make it not look flat. It looks very atomic breathy, or however you would want to call that. But with this blue UV light or whatever they're using for this photo display, we can see how golden and shimmery this King Ghidorah is going to be. And we can also get a better look at King Ghidorah's necks. I saw some people online complain about that his neck seemed a little short, especially compared to the S.H.Monsterarts version. I think it's a minor complaint. I'm sure you'll be able to get pretty much any pose you'd want, but we can just see that they have him posed where his neck's kind of going backwards and then forward, and how his left head's a little more outreached. And that's another complaint I've seen about this Godzilla by Hiya, is that his waist may be a little too slim. But it is a very minor complaint, but nonetheless still a very beautiful looking figure. And then finally we can look at his accessories. We're gonna get this nicely painted beam effect along with 2 extra hands. They got him all scrunched up right here, looking all menacing. We can get a better look at how those dorsals are going to transition. I think the paint they used is spot on, and I love that you can get that little curl out of his tail. It's definitely some brownie points right there. And they got another photo of him just kind of thrown up. Good look at that tail action. So he's pretty well proportioned. I don't know if there's anything, it's the proportions that people complain about with the Hiya figures. And then we can get a nice photo of that curled tail with him roaring into the sky. Very nice indeed. And then finally, we can get him posted up, ready to kick some ass. I'm definitely excited for this figure. This is a 100% pre-order for me. And, you know, for the people who care about articulation, we can see we can get some nice articulation out of the ankles, along with his kneecaps. This doesn't have the socket and like sheath cover like a lot of the S.H.Monsterarts figures have. It's because one solid ball joint into the thigh. It looks like we'll have some pretty nice waist articulation, and he has several joints for his neck. He's got like 3 or 4 points with his wrists and arms, and his tail is comprised of a dozen ball joints, allowing you to get that sick whip action out of it. Overall, Hiya is pulling through with these recolors. And I'm not sure if the tail functionality was the same on the other 91 variant, because we didn't get any photos like that, but I'm glad they made it a staple to show off with this figure right here. Now, getting down to the meat and the potatoes of the description, this brand new Heatwave Godzilla Hokkaido version action figure stands 18 centimeters tall based on Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah Godzilla 1991, with special blue paint on the clear body, crafted with attention to detail, faithfully reproduces every aspect of Godzilla's appearance from the battlefield of Godzilla with King Ghidorah in Hokkaido. Features multiple joints throughout the body, ensuring an authentic appearance while providing a wide range of articulation, with an additional 2 times interchangeable hand parts and heat ray effect part. Let you recreate various combat scenes from the film. He is already up for pre-order, it seems, so I'll post a link down in the description for Awesome Collector, probably Entertainment Earth or whatever else. For best prices and the fastest that you can get them, if you don't want to get screwed on shipping, I'd probably do Awesome Collector, maybe Hobby Genki if you want them sooner. Awesome Collector has been taking a while to get my pre-orders in that were supposed to be in back in June, so y'all stay prepared for those high reviews. You can always buy these guys from Hiya's website themselves. I definitely want to know what you guys think down in the comments. I'm definitely excited for him. But my name is DargonEvo, and as always, have an amazing day.